Hey everybody, welcome back to some more MTG Arena. Today we're going to be playing a little bit more standard. There's this mill control deck that I've been wanting to play for a little while. We had originally got the list from a tournament that they played in, but they had Lurrus as their companion, yet Teferi's tutelage was in here, which is obviously not legal, so I don't know how they got away with it. But I figure Lurrus is still a good card that we can bring some things back with, but overall, I don't think it's necessary to the deck. I've modified the deck a little bit. They had the 1/1 Flash Rogue, that when a rogue enters the battlefield, the opponent mills cards as an early threat. I kind of wanted to try not having any rogues in the deck and just kind of going more for the blue, like blue-black control style and mill them out with Ruin Crab. I threw one Merfolk Secret Keeper in here as a way to mill some additional cards while also being an early game blocker. It's not great, but I threw it in here for the time being. I also put a Witch's Vengeance in the main, as Rogues is like the #1 played deck. And so this is a nice easy way to interact with them on game one. It is kind of specific to that deck, but it's such a high percentage that I felt like it's worth it. We also have an extinction event in here to deal with creatures. Since the only creatures we really have are Ruin Crab and Vantress Gargoyle, and if we're in a position that we need to use extinction event, the Ruin Crab is not going to be a big deal anyway. Vantress Gargoyle is not great, but it is an additional threat that we can play, and oftentimes it's going to be a blocker since we just want to hold up anyway, so we often have more cards in our hand than not. And then forward to Teferi's tutelage for when we do draw cards as a way to mill the opponent out quickly. So in the sideboard over here, a couple more removal spells, some graveyard hate for when you play against those like Rakdos decks or Croxa decks. Negate for these kind of mirror match control matchups that you wind up in. Standard removal. 4 Mystical Disputes is kind of standard right now. Second Witch's Vengeance, in case we wind up playing against Rogues again, and Lull Mage is in here. It's good for like Mono Green or Gruul or almost any deck really, but I tend not to bring it against Rogues because most of the time I don't want to spend the mana to steal one of their creatures. I'd rather just like remove it or mill them. So not sure how this is going to go. I played a few practice matches with it. I beat Rogues once, and then I lost to a couple other decks. So it's kind of jank, but it's some jank fun that I wanted to play. And so we're going to play it. I shouldn't just straight call it jank, I guess, because it's not crazy jank. I mean, it's not like I threw together a pile of shrine cards like I have over there. That's real jank. This is at least a playable deck with a theme. You will notice I'm taking this into unranked. I don't want to tank my rank any further by playing a deck that's not really optimal by any means. So, but definitely want to give it a shot. This is a keepable hand. Kind of wish we were on the play. That's fine too. We have lands. Playing against green is not great, so we're going to want to find some removal. It's kind of tempting to play the Mauling here. I'm not going to. I'm going to hold on to it. If we get lucky and they play another non-basic land, okay. It's like Mauling would cost nothing. It's fine. Not nothing, it would cost 3, which is a lot cheaper than it normally is. Sweet. Seagate Storm color. That's always nice to see. We want to resolve this tutelage really quick. Discard a card. Ooh, Terror of the Peaks. Nasty bit of business that card is. Opponent's got 3 mana. Nice. So we can actually sneak off a Witch's Vengeance here and get rid of 2 of his mana elves. I don't have another black source. That was a fumble. For some reason I thought I had a second untapped black source, but I did not. That was just a misplay. We can do this thing though. We can have them at least mill 16 if we wanted to. They're down to 38. If an opponent doesn't do anything massive here. Okay, so they have all the lands that they need. Why do I have a feeling like I'm going to die from lands? So we're going to do this and hold up Drown in the Lock. So down to 22 cards. Okay, opponent scoops. Nice. I did see a Genesis ultimatum in there. So it seems like they're just trying to ramp up to big things. Witch's Vengeance not going to do us much good here. Extinction Event probably will be fine. I don't need the Secret Keeper. I'm on the draw, so Disruption, I don't know. Disruption is okay. I don't know, I don't think it's as good. They're definitely a ramp deck, so we want to be able to ramp. So these should be good. Dispute's not good. Dispute might be okay. And they're playing blue. Yeah, so the only thing that we would wind up hitting is, yeah, it's not worth it. By no means is that worth it. But negates might be fine. Eliminates are fine. I'll cut a gargoyle. So we're going in on the mill plan. I love these tap lands. We have a scry, we're on the draw. We have 2 lands and a crab. He thinks that we're playing rogues, which is really funny. So really hoping that we hit a land here. I'm just going to draw a card on their turn. It was really dumb of me to block that. Everyone plays Bone Crusher Giants. Teferi's Tutelage is going to be nice if we can live long enough to do it. We're going to have to do this. Doesn't feel great. Unfortunately, this is just a little too slow here. This would have been great. Oh yeah, Terry peaks, it's over. Yeah, it's game. Unfortunately, they don't have enough cards in the graveyard for me to target Terror of the Peaks, and I can't let that resolve first, otherwise I would. So that's unfortunate. Kind of slow, but sure. At least have removal and a scry. I don't think we want to negate. These double tap lands really suck though. It sucks like having something you want to do on turn 2 and like you're on the play and you're still not being able to act until their turn 3. It's a little bit ridiculous. I haven't messed with the mana base at all either, so this is purely whatever the individual had. Nice. At least one more land would be cool. If they have another ultimatum, we're just kind of boned here. Unless they have no lands, so we're fine. Because they are 1 mana shy of ultimate, right? Or is it... They have enough. Now they're well. It only cost 7, so they could have done, I think, right? Blue, 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 yeah. Really, I just want him to cast the Beanstalk Giant. Yep. Really needed that land. So he's 7, pay 3, 4, right? Okay, so we're gonna Seagate Stormcaller double eliminate. Or what we can do here is unless they're playing like Primal Might or something like that, where they're just gonna smash my guy. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna take 2. Alright, so now we're just gonna steal Terror of the Peaks. He's got a mana cost of 5. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that clause. Wow. Wow. That's what you get. Getting hasty there. Just got myself killed. What a garbage play. Close though. We're definitely close. I punted pretty hard. Always take the play. Sure, it's got the things. It sucks that both of these are tap lands, but it'd be nice to crab land crab. You know, I should say land crab land. Hey opponent, guess what I'm playing? Nice, he's playing the blue-white Yorion control. Excellent. So they're definitely playing the 80 card version, you know, so we have a lot of work to do. But we want to get to Fairy's Tutelage down, then into the story. Opponent's digging, which is good. They might have a counter. So into the story is great for us. Frantic Inventory is great now. Like, best case scenario, they play Yorion and blink it. And that way it leaves us open to into the story and draw a bunch of cards, make them mill a bunch. Oh, Teferi's Tutelage. Gone. Makes sense. I wanted to get that off before it cost 2 extra to cast because of this. If in untap land, we can into the story, which would be great. Opponent might have counter magic. Especially grabbing the island. I'm assuming that they... Oh, okay. Reasonable. We're going to take this opportunity to go ahead and draw 4 while the opponent's tapped out. I mean, you can scry in response if that's what you want to do. It's not like I just played a game-ending card. Just drawing 4. So opponent is down to 37 cards. Still a ton. But we have a Seagate Stormcaller, so we can try to combo that with like a Jace. Or not a Jace, the Cacophony, Maddening Cacophony. Unless this guy's flabbergasted on how I'm casting it, but, you know, it costs 3 less to cast and then plus 2 from Elspeth Conquers Death. So Skyclave Apparition, they have Yorion in here, or a Dream Trawler. All of those would be terrible. Dream Trawler would be the worst just because we have no direct way to remove Dream Trawler besides Hagra Mauling, but they have enough cards where they can just pitch them and give a hexproof. If we hit another Tutelage, that would be kind of nice. So we have a lot of draw cards in our hand. That opponent might have disconnected. It's unfortunate. This game's actually pretty entertaining. Alright. Let's give it another shot. They just keep giving us a lot of tap lanes, so they keep giving us the play so we don't feel terrible. That's garbage. Still, it's okay. Put that back. Grab a swamp, then an island. Hoping for a land off the top so we can plant a Fairy's Tutelage on time. Damn, they're being brutal. Brutal, 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 not getting lands. It's easy to lose Magic when you can't play Magic. Jesus. Fucking kidding me. This is like a sick joke, right? Yeah, this is not going anywhere. Not great playing Magic with 2 lands. So these come in. These are fine. They have lots of removal, which is fine for us because we really don't play removal. They're going to board out their personal mill cards, so Timurit's going to be gone. Most likely Mire Triton's going to be gone, so Croxa Magmatic Chandler, probably Ox or Orankle is what they'll have left. Just gonna go for the combo here. I said win conditions are pretty limited, but it's cool. Hey, look at that. We actually get to do something on turn 1. That's sweet. Blood Chief's Thirst. I'm so surprised they left the Triton in here. I say that because, like, in most situations, like, being milled is a good thing for you, but, like, helping yourself mill faster is worse. So you're just going to mill yourself, like, you're helping your opponent execute their game plan. So oftentimes it's right just to board all of these out along with your Timorits and just keep, like, the Oxes and Sky Shades and all this stuff, or Skyclave Shades and stuff. All the things in here that really get value from being milled. Keep those in. Could just drop an Ox here. If I wasn't playing a deck that like legitimately sucked, their board plan is pretty bad. Alright, we're getting back out of here. Opponent's gonna make his discard. We discard like Maddening Cacophony or Stormcaller, either one. Hopefully we top deck an Extinction Event and get rid of the Crocsat and that, but we're still taking 5, and like we're just dead on board unless we top deck perfectly, even though we're not in a good spot. So, not something that we should try to push forward on. We'll just move on to the next game. Obviously this deck is not great. We're just trying to do the things. Also why we're not playing this in ranked. Oh yeah, the only one game we won, the opponent roped out. That's funny. I was just thinking. So maybe by the end of this video here, and this will be our last one, hopefully we can snag a single win with this deck. Otherwise I'm probably just going to delete it forever. That's where we put the unwanted misfit decks. We just delete them. We don't. If you look at my deck inventory, we have like 73 decks in there. Not good about deleting them at all. Or hey, if the opponent doesn't show up, we'll play another one. Yeah. Alright. Tap lands. You couldn't do it, could you? You couldn't just give me an island right there. Well played. Aha, playing something similar, or the same deck. I like it. I don't know what the odds of that are. They have to be minuscule. But opponents technically ahead. They have hit their land drops, and I suspect, yeah, as I suspected, we missed our land drop. So, nothing we can do there. I should have played the crab first. It's a perfect spot for the opponent to draw 4. We don't want them to do that. So we missed out on 3 cards. We could have milled the opponent by playing this first and then playing the land. Worst comes to worst, what, they would have countered it. Wouldn't have been a big deal. So you want to counter this. If you wait to counter this spell, they still get a trigger off this spell. So alright. So we are playing the same deck the opponent. Funny. So we don't need this. We don't need this. And to be fair, they could be playing the version that has the rogues, but I'm not overly concerned. I just want to bring these in and these in. How many lands are we playing? I need to know this. Oh, 19, 21, 24. Okay, so we're playing almost no lands. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll have to address that on the next one, especially with like Ruin Crab. I think it's better to play a few more lands. I'm not even gonna worry about Gargoyle here. I think it's honestly like the worst card in the deck. Besides like Secret Keeper. I'm guessing opponent can't figure out what to cut. I said I don't know their exact lists, but I assume that they play 3 or 4 of those black 1/1 flash rogues. I can never remember the card's name. Unfortunately, our opponent scooped. So we snuck 2 wins out. Both wins, unfortunately, were the opponent not finishing the matches, which is kind of bogus. But that's okay. At least I got to sample the deck, see, and prove my thought that it's not good. It just seemed like something that was kind of fun to try to pull off, and just kind of like turbo mill some people out, though it didn't necessarily work that way. But not bad. We'll be back another episode tomorrow. We'll have on. We'll be playing a competitive deck, most likely historic. It's my preferred format right now, so we'll be on then. Hopefully you check out that video. Let me know if you have any suggestions for a similar deck like this, or just kind of a fun deck. I'd be totally down to try it. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.